You got a Mustang GT350 with misfire issues? Let's get into it. All right, guys, I'm sitting inside this beautiful 2018 Mustang Shelby Gt350. Customer came in, he had some misfire issues, and there's a couple things you guys should know. Right now we're in El Paso, Texas. It's hot. Let me take you for a tour around the car. All right, guys, here's the car inside. Right, we already got a look at the outside. Check it out, man. Look at the steering wheel, super nice. I was trying to get one of those for my 19 S550 that I had for a while. Ended up going with something else, but I mean, the fit and finish on these things. Yeah, I mean, it's not a Mercedes, man. It's a Mustang, dude. You got the Recaro seats, they're holding you in. Dash, you know, everything. It's got the big screen, brother. It's not the R, so you don't have to worry about losing all that stuff. Gauges up there, and it's just nice, man. I love Mustangs. Well, as you can see, I'm plugged in right now. We have no PCM codes, pretty much no real codes that mean anything. If you know, you know, right? So we already cleared this, but let me show you what we did to clear it. So let me go ahead and back out. And of course, this is the Mac Tools Elite. And this thing does wonders, guys. If you haven't got one yet, I highly recommend it. There are other tools out there a little cheaper that could do the same things, but you know, this is my go-to. It's a tool truck, so this is what we go for. All right, first thing I want to do, we checked the codes, and I came up originally, it had a misfire. We checked the misfire, it was a P0300 undefined, right? So it wouldn't tell you exactly what. We looked at some live data. I was getting misfires on random cylinders. I was like, okay, let's check it out and see what the root problem would be. And the number one thing that would pop up is a crank relearn. So let's go ahead and do a special test. Let's see a special test pop up. It's going to be in PCM. We'll wait for that to load. And I'll go ahead and run it's not going to hurt it or anything to run it again. So what I'm going to do is come in here, I'm going to type in, this is an awesome feature, I could type this in and get it to pop up. Actually, I could probably just type crank. Let's just try crank, boom, search, there it is. So that's what you're looking for right there, guys. It's a big issue. Especially, you know, stock motors. There's been motors, you know, car GT350s, GT350Rs that have had 2,000 miles and they needed this procedure because of some random, you know, error in the code. So just go ahead and do it, especially if you replace a clutch, a flywheel, any kind of sensor to the cam or crank, do this relearn. So we're going to go ahead and go into this crank relearn. Wait for it to pull up. All right, then it goes through all the stuff, you know, you got to have this ready to go, blah, blah, blah. It tells you exactly what I was talking about. This procedure should be performed following any PCM replacement, internal engine repairs, any sensor, clutch, flywheel, or when directed by a TSB or workshop manual. And that's what we're going off of, guys. All right, so we're going to continue. All right, so we got to have all these ready to go. No air conditioner, none of that, ready to go. No load on the steering. E-brake on and operating temperature. So we're going to continue. All right, it's going to pull it up. Boom. All right, so we're going to start the test. All right, it's going to want me to go ahead and rev past the threshold. If you can see, the threshold right there is 4,200 RPM. So I'm going to do that quickly, right? So the way I do that is I'm going to take a look at the tach and I'm going to rev it real quickly and release the pedal quickly. And that's all, test completed, right? And then you go continue and you're all set, right? And that's what fixed this car as of right now. We'll see. We still got to drive it for 2 days and see what it comes out with. But so far, so good. No misfires. All right, guys. All right, guys, so what did we learn? Mustang Shelby Gt350s, misfire issues, could be a plethora of things. First thing to check is the relearn, right? And that's what we learned from the manufacturer, you know, TSBs and workshop. Customer that had this car took it to a dealership. They quoted him $800 for a coil and for a plug. He went ahead and replaced all his coils and plugs himself because obviously dealerships, the problem persisted. He doesn't have the software to go ahead and knock out this relearn, so he took it to us. We checked it out. We knew about these issues, and we performed the relearn. So far, so good. There could be some other problems that cause this kind of misfire issue, so we're going to drive it for a couple days, make sure it's good to go, and make sure the customer is satisfied, and that's what we do here. So if you have a problem, any kind of vehicle, bring it in. We do performance stuff. This is Max Horton Motor Works, Pinnacle Auto Works. You hit us up, and we're ready to go. Thank you, guys.